the Demolisher tire. This thing is a monster. It's very hard to tell the size of a tire like this on camera, but look at the lugs. These lugs will bite through any kind of mud, and I figured I would use these on my Killer Krawler too to begin with, until I thought about the TSL boggers, the super swampers I have, and I thought, when I asked people on YouTube which ones they'd like me to use, of course they said it was the boggers. Here is a mud slinger. This is a 40 series tire for my Summit. If you guys know what a 10th scale Summit is, you'll know how big these tires are, because these are bigger than the stock ones. But check out the Demolisher tire. Same with these boggers over here. They're the same size of these big Demolishers. Guys, I didn't stop at just mounting the tires to the bead locks. I did all 4 of them. And then I went and wired up the motors, and I put in an RX-8 ESC. Here is an RX-8 from Tekin right here. This is a brushed or brushless ESC. And the ESC is basically the brain or the heart that allows power to pump out to the rest of the vehicle. Now, though this has a very high voltage BEC and it regulates power well in 8 scales and other scales, I have so many servos on here that are demanding high power. There's just 3 servos per axle, just 2 for turning the tires and 1 for a remote locking diff. And the remote locking diff is controlled by that bottom servo you can see right there with an arm. I did cover it in my last build video series. So on the inside, because there were so many servos that required high power, I did use a Castle BEC or really a power regulating unit to help get all pieces of this unit getting the power that it needs. Example, the servos when they're steering front and back, and the throttle is being asked to put out high power. The BEC will ensure that all power goes to it. Also, this little fella right here, even though it runs dual motors, it does not have a LiPo low voltage cutoff warning. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Those are very durable ESCs. So if that little fella can run 2 motors, I figured my RX-8, which I've had success running 2 motors on before, would handle these DeWalt 820 brushed motors I got from Kershaw, as well as everything else with no problems. And it's certainly the case. We've tested it out. It works well. And like I said, unfortunately, it is winter right now. Everything is covered in snow and ice, and it's a little bit dark at the moment. So I'm going to get this up on some tires, show you the steering method, and show you front and reverse, and then we'll put it down on the ground. We'll get my wife to come in and give me a hand with filming. Slide this out of the way. I'm going to use 2 Demolisher tires. 1, 2. Completely off of the bench. The battery I'm running is a 4S 3300 mAh or milliamp hour. I chose a 50C discharge rate because of the high power that we're going to need, and in the burst rating, this will be an awesome battery to have. Okay, everything is plugged in. The servos are powered. I'm using the Spectrum radio simply because I wanted to get this video done for you guys, especially at the date of this filming, for a little bit something special. So I went over and used my Spectrum radio instead of the radio it came with, because I didn't want to learn a brand new radio today. Check it out. So throttle for all 4 is on 1 stick. There is remote locking differentials and unlocking. I use it on this stick. You can see the servo arm moving there for locking and unlocking. Okay, the other steering on the back, just for those who haven't seen rear steer before. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then this throttle up. Shall we power up just where it is and see how much throttle it has? Okay, let's get Jem in here and let's get this thing on the ground. Okay, I know you guys want a size comparison towards some other RCs. Let's do that first. There's the Wraith, the Summit, and the Trailfinder 2. All technically 10th scale. Here we go with the quarter scale. You get a good look at the Summit and the size of the crawler. Really, there's a 5th scale up on the bench right there. That's my electric low C5T. And really, they've got to be, this Killer Krawler is just a little bit shorter. But overall, it's a huge monster. Wow. System inactive. No. We're talking too much.
That will not do.
Here we go, the first roll. Gonna take some getting used to of rear steer. Wow. Just wrapping my head around how to get it to move. Wow. Even with those giant servos, it takes a lot of power to get those tires moving.
Oh God.
Oh, unlocked diff. Okay, so technically I should be able to lock it. Yeah, 4 tires turn and lock diff. Okay, unlock for turning, reversing. Cool. Wow, it has a huge turn radius. I'm definitely going to need some practice on how to run it.
We need an extra big rock track.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that wheel speed though, that'll help.
Wow. So servo response for me is slow. I don't know why. Man, that's a lot of power. Crab.
But the wheel speed is there, which is nice.
I haven't even touched throttle yet.
Wow, then that's gonna get you out of some sticky situations. Nice.
Okay, now this body is pretty sweet. It's pretty slick, it's dark, it's got flames, it's pretty awesome. On the other hand, I wouldn't mind something a little brighter.
Whoa!
Check it out, I got this on eBay from no buyer that I can remember. I ended up paying like 125 bucks for it to be airbrushed, everything. The guy did an awesome job, and I figured if we got a Killer Krawler, we might as well put a slamming body on it. Not like this one isn't, but this one will be so much easier to see.
It's a safety thing, really.
Well, plus this other body is pretty killer. And I know that there's lots of fans of different types of makes and brands of full-scale vehicles. And I actually love them all. Every vehicle has their ups and downs, but every vehicle can also look amazing. Same in the RC hobby itself. And all the senior hobbyists know that you can build whatever you like, whatever makes you smile, whatever gets you up off the couch and doing some sort of mechanic or creativity, creative work. That's the way to do it. Lots of yellow in the background, but this sure makes the truck pop. And I'm not going to drive it. You're going to give her a bit of a go. Now, fair warning, those back servos, they're working hard, hey? So if you got to turn, make sure to give it some throttle so it does turn. Jem's first time on a dual stick radio.
Okay, I was gonna learn that.
Yeah, exactly. For those to be doing a dead turn like that takes so much power, and that shows how strong it is. So it does have a throttle and then a reverse, but you do have a delay before the reverse because it acts as a brake.
Wow, dual stick, that's a bit of a thing to get used to.
You know, I'm surprised at how quiet it really is. Yeah, the crab crawl and the steering itself, just like full-scale monster trucks, it takes time to learn. I'm certainly no pro, but I'm looking forward to finding out how to do it. Yeah, lots of power. And those motors sound really nice and tight. Jem doesn't know quite what to do with it yet. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pretty awesome, man. Here, let me give her one rip with the body on it. We'll give her a twirly twirl and we'll do.
Twirly twirl. Beautiful dancer.
Here we go around. Sweet. Faster. 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 Whoa! Wow. Monster quarter scale power. I need to strap the battery in extra tight. It's got enough torque to rip it out apparently. So there you go. The Killer Krawler 2 from RC 4-wheel drive. A quarter scale 4x4 with locking differentials. It's got 6 servos. I had to put a BEC in there and I'm running a 4S LiPo battery. Those are 40 series TSL boggers from RC 4-wheel drive. Be careful when you order them because these things are monsters. And hopefully, Jem, thank you for helping me film today.
As always.
Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this build video. The whole series was a blast for me to do. I worked extra hard to get it out for you as the last
He
thing.
did, I can attest. He worked very hard.
Last thing of this year, and I hope it leaves you guys with a smile. So go outside, get some RC, and have some fun. And we'll see you in the future episodes of RC Adventures. Jem?
Happy New Year!
Subscribe. Bye.